Welcome to Source BMX. Today I'm here with one of BSD's unsung heroes, Trent Lutzke. If you're sleeping on Trent, don't. Go check out his edits. I have to admit, I didn't really know what he was up to. I do now. You won't regret checking up on him. All right, Trent, you're riding Reed Stark's Safari V3 frame.
Yes, sir.
This thing kind of combined some bigger features up front with a shorter, more responsive rear end. We've got the 9.5 standover height, which is a little bit taller than most, but again, still very reactive. Break down this frame and why it works for you.
Reed is my absolute hero. He got me on BSD. I saw no reason not to rock the frame. He does big grinds. I like big grinds. No better fit.
Yeah, you're also a taller guy. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3". I'm a little taller than Reed.
It's a contest. All right, and what size top two are you riding?
We were on the 21-5.
So I think this is like the perfect frame for a taller rider who still wants a responsive street setup.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. I mean, Reed doesn't do the bar spins, he doesn't do the whips, but it's perfect for him. It's the most stable frame I've ever ridden. Short run-ups, big grinds, and it's still there for the whips and the bars.
So BSD offers 3 different forks: the Acid, the Dust, and the Jones and forks. You're riding the Dust with a 26mm offset. Why is this right for your setup?
I'm not too big on specs.
Okay.
I just really like the name Dust.
Well, let me help you. It seems like it's the mid-range fork. They have one steeper, they have one mellower.
Yes.
And it seems like that perfect combination between responsive and stability.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm not tech enough for the Jonesins, and I didn't know about the other mellower ones.
You didn't know.
I just like the Dust. I saw the Dust. I am Dust. BSD is Dust.
All right.
Get the Dust.
So, I mean, do they at least come with cool Dust stickers or something?
It's got it on the inside there.
That's it?
Yeah, nice Dust fork.
All right, but that sold you on them. That's it. That's all it took.
Absolutely. That's all it took. Name. A nice name.
All right.
Dude, I'm sold by the cover every time.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Usually, you know what's funny? Like one time I interviewed a 12-year-old in Japan, and he's the only one that answered me with like, I just really like the sticker. You know, so like, you know, you and the 12-year-olds are sold by the name or the stickers.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Dust. That's it.
All right, Trent, you're running the BSD Denim Cox Signature Grind Bars. They're offered in 9-inch and 9.5 rise, a sturdy bar, also offered in traditional 7/8 or 1-inch clamping versions.
Yes.
What size, what clamping version do you have here?
Do the 925.
Oh, the 925.
Yes, 925. 925 every time. And the thick boys, the 1-inch.
All right.
You need it. You need it. If I go smaller, honestly, it slips. It slips for me. I do big drops, and sometimes it'll give that little creak. It wasn't until Brett Silva tightened my bars down that they stopped slipping.
Okay.
Need that extra strength for those. So get size up if you go big.
So the 1-inch clamping really gives you that extra power you need to keep your bars from moving.
Yep, go big, go home.
All right, and what about the stem? Obviously the stem is 1-inch as well. Which stem is this?
This is the stacked. I like it to sit a little taller.
Okay.
It helps my back out.
So it has a higher rise.
Yeah. When you're filming and you're biking, your lower back really needs a higher stem.
All right, Trent, you have a pretty bomb-proof drivetrain going on here. The BSD Substance cranks and the BSD Guard sprocket, both known for their durability. I'm also curious, what size cranks, what size sprocket are you running, and why do you trust these parts?
I do the 170s. 170s every time. I got a size 12 foot, so I need a little clearance.
Okay.
I still like to rest my heel on there. I'm shit-footed, don't worry about it. And guard sprocket every time. Big grinds, big crank arms, need the guard, nothing else.
How's it do? It protects your chain? What's going on there?
It lasts longer than anything on my bike. Everything lasts pretty long, but the sprocket and the cranks, they seem to last longer than anything. I'll switch them over to a new build every time.
Okay.
Yep. Built tough.
So how long have these things been going then?
I've been on these actually since Glasgow, so these are actually brand new. Before these ones, I was on those for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 years.
And no problems?
No problems at all, man. And I crank arm like a son of a gun.
All right, another Reed Stark shout out, the Reed Stark Safari pedals. I know he put a lot of thought into the design of this pedal. One of the features being the additional corner pins. That way, no matter how many slams you take, no matter how much your pedals get beat up, they still have traction.
Yes, sir.
What else do you find desirable about these pedals?
The thickness. I love the thickness. They last longer than any other plastic pedal I've ridden. Like I said, I do crank arms like crazy. I'll crank arm to the point that these things go all the way through to the spindle. And they last longer than any pedal I've ridden. Grippy, thick. Like them thick.
All right, Trent, you keep your wheels and your pegs pretty classic.
Yes,
the
sir.
BSD Pro cassette, and then you have the BSD Hubba metal pegs. A lot of people are running free coasters these days. A lot of people are running plastic pegs. You're keeping it real. Break it down.
That's it, man. I'm keeping it real, and steel is real, indeed. I have been running a cassette for as long as I can remember. I am just not the guy for the free coaster. I don't have the bike control for it, frankly.
Okay.
I like the short setups. I like the quick cranks. Yeah! I like noise. Honestly, I like noise. That's what it's all about. When I edit,
that's a good point.
yeah, when I edit, I like ramping stuff, I like to hear the grinds. You know,
You're gonna hear your hub, you're gonna hear your pegs.
I'm gonna hear it clicking. You're one of my heroes. Were you ever?
Thank you.
Were you ever riding plastics?
There we go. I think we've said it all right there. So how about this wheel set in general? These BSD wheels come ready to go, straight out of the box, already built. No hassles or extra costs of building custom wheels.
Yep. They've been the best, man. They've been the absolute best. They're sturdy. I take drops like crazy, and they hold up time and time again. I keep them true, and they stay straight. Sturdiest wheels out.
All right, Trent, it looks here like you've got the denim cocks, signature seat, limited edition. He's got the racing stripe because he's always going fast with less doubt. Skulls because he's a tough guy. What's the deal with this seat?
That's it. I'll support anything denim does. That's my favorite human alive. More speed, less doubt. Doesn't get any better than that. I live by that motto now.
How important is your seat shape and your seat post height for you?
It's really not too important, but lately I've been really wishing I could just rock it up a bit when I'm pedaling around with the backpack on.
Seems to be the thing. Seats seem to be going back up these days.
I know. I mean, you're carrying a 50-pound backpack around all the time with a camera and all that nonsense. It's nice to rock it up, but you know, lower back pain for now.
All right, Trent, let's talk about your tires. You have the Donna Squeak BSD tire up front. I don't know what's going on here in the back. I mean, I know street riders are running their air pressure low these days, but this is a bit excessive. What's happening here?
Well, like a good street rider, on the way out here to Swamp, we rode street. And seemed I blew my tire on the way here, which has nothing to say about these BSD tires. They hold up all right. But there's nothing like having a good homie in the car like Brett Silva to hook you up with a nice Sunday tire when you need it. And it is currently flat, but that's all right. We're gonna be okay. It'll buff, we'll blow it up, and we're gonna get on the course.
All right, so what about your normal tires, the Donna Squeaks? What do you like about those? How do they perform for you? What size do you run?
The Donna Squeaks I was running before I was on BSD.
Okay.
And I run the 2.4s. I like them bigger, thicker. And they last, man. They last. Donachie is an absolute legend on BSD, and I do nothing but support that man. He's the truth. These tires are the truth.
So if he can trust them, so can you.
Absolutely.
And what tire pressure do you actually run when you're not running zero?
I like to air them up to about 50.
50? Okay.
Yeah, and usually they get to about 25 before I realize I need to do something about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trent, thanks for sharing your Safari BSD build with us today. Make sure to check out everything Trent is riding on the Source Bike Builder. There you can get specs, pricing, and availability on everything Trent is riding. sourcebmx.com.